And welcome now, dear friends, to the Thursday edition of Fresh Bread. Well, it is now Thursday, the 24th of August. We are now approaching the last week of the month of August. And I'm just amazed at how quickly the summer seems to have gone by. But I hope you've had a good summer. I know that these days just fly by and we just have to treasure each day. Every day is a gift. And so we have to really treasure those. So again, Reverend Phil Anderson here with you, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church here in Topeka, Kansas. So good to have you aboard today for this little 3 or 4 minute cup of coffee we call Fresh Bread. So let's continue on. A word to husbands. See, I told you husbands we're going to get some word. Yesterday, after you're talking about the wives, listen to this. Husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as to the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers may not be hindered. There you have it. Husbands, dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife, and being heirs together of the grace of life. So, can I sum this up, make it simple? I don't necessarily need to get into the deep background on every situation when it's pretty self-evident. We can sum all this up in one word, and that is just love. Love your wife's husbands, and by that I mean you honor them. And you treat them good when you're with them, and you treat them even better when you're not with them. And by that I mean you don't do anything you'd have to apologize for. And that goes for every aspect of life, your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Because when you enter into that covenant relationship with your wife called marriage, you are now committing yourself to be true to that person. Just like when God called in Abraham and he established that covenant with the children of Israel going forward, they would have no other gods before them. And so, before him. So that was to be a true and faithful relationship. What happened was, as we all know, those children of Israel let a lot of different gods come in, and they just had to keep learning these same lessons over and over and over. Let's don't have to do that, and let's be kind to one another. It is a process for many that takes a while, but I'll tell you what, learning to just keep your mouth shut is probably the biggest thing a husband can do. I'm going to be honest with you. And to some degree, women as well. I'm going to be honest. Don't say the things that you feel like you want to say, because now that you've said it, you've just taken a situation that was not even really a problem, and you just made it really worse. I've had several cases here in the last week or so where I caught myself thinking, years ago I would have said something to that comment that my wife made, and nothing was really wrong with what she said. It was just that I would have brought in a different viewpoint maybe, or something. It would have just, I'm sure, I don't know if it would have exasperated my wife, but it would have certainly put a negative tint on what she was saying. And I've learned to just keep my mouth shut. I won't say I'm perfect at it. I've got a ways to go. But it seems like I do better at that when I'm not real tired. So I would just say this, husbands and wives, as I conclude this today, just make sure you get your rest. And if you're tired and you know you're going to be short with somebody, just take a break, go up and take a nap. Just don't even put yourself in that position. If you can't take a nap, just don't say anything until such time as things blow over. Let the other person have their moment. If I can have my moments and be frustrated, then by golly, my wife can have her moments and be frustrated. If that's what it takes for me to be quiet and listen, maybe that's all she needed. And I don't need to sit there and say, well, I'm feeling fine. Now why are you dumping on me when I just sit there and dumped on her for 20 minutes? So be kind. Be understanding. Be gentle. Husbands, especially to your wives. I'm looking at it from that point of view today. Amen. All right, we'll hope to see you back tomorrow on Friday for more Fresh Bread. Until then, God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you then.